Okay,
We're drawing a cat.
Yeah, we can draw a cat.
Go.
Stop, Jaiden.
Okay, Jaiden's
Jaiden's
really
is
cute.
so cool. Welcome to Wine About It.
Hi.
No, she crushed that. She crushed that. Today we have a special guest. Swift is here.
Yeah.
Hi, Swift.
It's all about Swift today. No, we have Jaiden Animations.
Hi.
What the heck?
She left the
What?
animation realm.
I did. I've become 3D just for an hour.
How many podcasts have you done?
I honestly don't know. It's kind of just like I just like say yes to things and I don't keep track of like all the things I've done.
Okay,
You know?
I love that.
But
Yeah.
it's always fun, so I'm just like, yeah, more things.
Your tattoos made me very jealous because I feel
Really?
like
So
our
cool.
fits are like somewhat same vibes. And you walked in, I was like, damn, she mocked me.
Yeah, I'm not matching the vibe right now.
Yeah, you look like an idiot.
You should have got you should have gotten sleeves.
Yeah, I should have.
Press on
It would
tattoos.
have made the episode more special.
You know, I had a boyfriend once.
Mhm.
Back in the day. I slept with men before Ludwig. Don't tell
No
him.
way.
Whoa,
Yeah, it was
drama.
actually-
You might have to cut that out.
I was a little hoe. But he was tatted through and through.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, had face tats, everything.
Oh wow.
He was sick. He was really cool and
Yeah.
mean, kind of, but he was cool.
You give me a take.
Yeah, he works at a tattoo shop now, but at the time he was like my
Mm.
manager at Old Navy. So he's really badass.
Gotcha.
But he would like
Ethical too.
we'd like all of our dates were mostly at tattoo shops.
Oh.
And yeah,
Wait,
romantic.
what?
Because he'd be like,
Like you
come,
would just sit there.
he'd be like, come hold my hand while I get my neck done. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay.
I was like on the roster, right? I'm sure girl A said no, and I was like, I'm there. And so then of course you hit that point when you're trying to impress, you're trying to woo. And so me, like ex-Mormon girl, I was like, I'll get a tattoo.
Oh yeah, it's the pipeline.
Yeah. I was like, I'll get one. And so he's like, okay, use my artist, whatever. And so I like call up Adam and I'm like, yeah, I want some Beatles lyrics on my ribs, like I'm badass.
Uh-huh.
Beatles lyrics, of course. And I pay for it and everything. And then I'm like texting him, I'm like, are you going to come hold my hand while I get my tattoo? And then he like was kind of ghosting me a little bit, which I don't
Ooh.
think I've ever admitted to, but he was. And he was like not replying to me.
And how
then-
long have you been like seeing him at this point?
This is like 3 months in.
okay, so
Yeah.
it's still
I'm, like,
early,
ready to get
but
married.
enough to
Yeah.
have like established like talking. you know?
Yeah, no,
like I text you and you text me
You should
back.
reply. Yeah. No, we got to the replying stage.
Okay,
for sure,
the
which
consistent.
which was hype. And so he's like kind of goes to me, and I'm like driving to the appointment anyway. I'm like, surely he'll show up. And then my mom called me freaking out. She found out about the appointment, and so I ended up not going.
That's a bummer.
But if you ever want a tattoo in Washington, it's already paid for. Beatles
Really?
lyrics. Yeah.
Oh, well, which ones is it?
Living is easy with eyes closed from Strawberry Fields Forever.
That really makes you think.
Yeah, it really does. It's really deep.
What does that mean to you?
Living is easy with eyes closed. What do you think it means?
It's nicer when you don't
Like,
see.
yeah, ignorance is bliss.
Oh, that's like sad. Isn't it?
It's a little sad, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like sad girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. Everyone goes through that vibe phase.
Yeah, I didn't listen to Yellow Submarine. I listened to Strawberry Fields
Fields.
Forever and Happiness is a Warm Gun. And
Hey Jude.
yeah, there you go. Exactly. We don't need Octopus's Garden.
Yeah, what is
need
that?
any
What were
of
they
that.
on?
We need what they were on. Sorry, I totally derailed because I was jealous of your tattoos. But
Oh, thank you though.
welcome, Jaiden. How do you want to introduce yourself today?
I'm Jaiden. I mainly just do cartoons online, and I've been doing that for a while now, and that's basically it, essentially.
What kinds of cartoons? How did this start?
How did it start? Oh, I was 16 when it all started.
Okay.
When it all started.
Really?
Started snowballing. Yeah, I was
That's
really
crazy.
young.
Also, sorry, I just realized maybe next time we won't put the guest in the middle because we're making you play ping pong.
Oh, it's okay.
Do
I
you
can
wanna move?
I can be active. I can do whatever you guys want, but
We won't make.
don't
you
worry
move.
about me.
Okay, if your neck hurts. let
It's
us
a
know.
good like I never really move my neck because I'm just like on the computer all the time. So this is
so it's
like good warm up.
Mobility.
Okay.
And it shows you that I'm an active listener.
She's very impressive, everybody.
Okay, Jaiden's 16.
Yeah,
I was-
currently.
Not right now.
Not right now.
I started. I just have always really liked animation and
Yeah.
cartoons and stuff, but not in a way where I was like, I want to make it. It's like That's all I want to watch. I don't want to see the real people. I want to see the cartoons.
That's so funny because I'm literally the opposite.
Really?
Uh-huh.
No, wait, like
Yeah.
for the longest time, I never really watched movies with real people in it because I just assumed it wasn't for me.
That's so. I'm literally the opposite. 'Cause
Really?
Ludwig loves cartoons
I love cartoons.
to the point that I've said to him, like, "Can we watch something with real people in it?" That's
So wait, what
funny.
do you like to watch typically?
I like
then?
documentaries.
I get that.
Yeah,
I get that.
I just like some sad ass stories.
Yeah. Like crime.
Like no, I could not crime. Like my most recent one that I've been raving about is the Avicii one, the I'm Tim. Oh my god, it's incredible.
I still haven't watched it. I'm so fake.
You are fake.
I don't think I've seen it. I've heard.
It's
The name is
incredible.
familiar though.
Yeah,
I've been pretty offline lately.
it's okay. It's on Netflix. It's good. That's my go-to documentary recommendation. It changes every like 6 months, but that one was.
Well, that's how you know the good stuff is always coming out.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But so, sorry, continue.
No. Okay, so see, I get sidetracked too.
I know. Well,
but
it's okay. We'll keep doing that
That's
a
what
few
this is
times.
for.
and then that's how we fill the space, though.
Yes.
But yeah, I was really into drawing and cartoons, and it was kind of like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was just always like, an artist, not knowing like what the does that mean?
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
mean anything. And then by the time I was like starting to be like close to graduating high school, my mom was like, okay, well, let's figure out what that means.
Oh God. Yeah.
And she was like, and I was like, not really a person, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, what, 15, you
Yeah.
know? So I was like, I don't know. People tell me what to do and I'll do it. And then my mom was like, okay, so let's figure out what artist means. Like, what do you like to do? I was like, draw. And she's like, okay. And then she was like, what about if you worked for Disney? And I was like, okay, that sounds good. So she
Easy.
was like, okay, let's figure out how to do that. And she kind of like just like helped me like guide me around ideas, and none of them were mine, and I didn't really want to work at Disney. I didn't really care compared to like other people who wanted to work at Disney.
Yeah.
So she put me in a 3D animation class that was like, it was actually really cool.
That's really like that's supportive mom
Yeah,
shit.
that's so
Yeah,
nice.
like
pretty hype.
she was very much like, you want art, you can do art, and let's get your bag. So it was a really cool program at my high school where it was essentially the school would build your whole school day into like half days where you got just the necessary like subjects like math, English, social studies in the first half of the year day, and then all the electives were removed so you can go to this other campus.
That's so cool.
That's like an art campus, and it was actually like very.
My high school had something similar to that too. They
Yeah.
called it freestyle.
It was like variety. It was like animation, cooking, massage therapy. Some people were there to be firefighters, so I was like,
I don't know if
a
I want
lot of
to
stuff
own
going
High
on.
That's
schooler learning
sick.
massage therapy. That's strange.
Yeah, so I went back and forth between these two campuses, and I really hated it. It was a really cool opportunity, but I just didn't like 3D animation because I was like, where's the drawing? It's all shapes and computers, and I don't get it. But that was like the kind of push where I was like, I don't like 3D, but maybe I'll just teach myself 2D because I already draw. So I just typed into YouTube like how to animate.
Wow.
And at the same time, I was kind of getting more into YouTube, you know, like figuring out there was channels and subscribers and people who would like upload videos to an audience. And I always thought I was going to be a Minecraft YouTuber.
Oh,
And, like, I was
hell
16.
yeah.
Yeah. I watched a bunch of the old like Minecraft channels. Don't want to name any names.
Fair.
It happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of like that pipeline of like, I like watching Minecraft YouTubers. Oh, there's like gaming now. And
Which how old are you?
I'm 27 now.
Okay. So your choice was Minecraft YouTube phase or like One Direction phase. You went with
Yeah,
Minecraft.
exactly. I went the
I went with
online
One Direction,
phase.
unfortunately.
It's like two parallel lines, but they're so close.
Yeah. I understand.
But yeah, it was kind of like a snowball into like finding out how YouTube works. I found like someone I'm actually close friends with, not close friends, like very good friends with now is Domix is
Okay.
another Storytime animator at the time, where I was like, oh, his stuff is so cool. I want to do what he does. So that was kind of like the early building blocks. And there's actually a a Minecraft channel that I really liked, Eyes Cupquake. I don't know if you guys know her.
Mm-mm.
I'm not. I feel like I know the name.
Yeah, she's
not enough
she's
to
still,
like jump into it
around a little bit.
Yeah.
But she's super sweet. I watched her stuff. She had like a fun little Minecraft series with mods, and it was really cute. And I would always draw like fan art and like submit it to her.
That's sick.
And
Cute.
she they would always put fan art at the end of the videos, and like a couple times they would put mine in. And I was like, oh
like,
my gosh. It was like
it.
the height of I've never felt that high before. Just, you know.
That's kind of sick. Yeah.
So I was like really like motivated to like keep doing this thing online. And at one point in their little Minecraft series, they're like, hey, we're looking for animators to like animate little game clips, like funny little animation shorts and stuff. And I was like, I sent them like a little email. I was like, hey, I'm the one that's like been doing fan art. You kind of put some in, big fan. I would love to animate for you, but I don't know how to animate though, but I'm learning.
You admitted? You were like, I don't know how?
I like danced around it. They were like, hey, like we like your art style, so like do you have anything to show us? And I was like, no. But here's like a very like it was like a 2-second clip of like a guy walking or something or like just and they're like, that's good enough. So they essentially like you know, they're like, this is the clip we want. And
Wait,
it was
so
like,
how old are you now?
I was 16.
Oh my god!
So I was really young. Like this is again like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So the space was different.
Yeah.
It was really wholesome though. It was really cute. They're very nice, very supportive. And I was working on this little 2-minute animation for them, playing Minecraft. And the whole time I was like, hi, I've also wanted to like do YouTube and stuff too. I want to do like an animation channel.
Like a whole ass apprenticeship.
Essentially,
sick.
yeah. They're very nice. They're like, oh, if you ever did a channel, like we would support it. We would put like, of course,
so
your credit in the
nice.
description. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that'd be great. You know, they actually were the ones who were like, you should make a Twitter account and like save the name because I wasn't
smart.
on Twitter before.
Yeah.
They've doomed me.
Yeah. Blessing and a curse, unfortunately.
But yeah, they helped me kind of like find the courage to start because I don't think I would have like put animations on YouTube or even like if I did like 1 or 2, they would have gotten like 0 attention and I would have quit. So, you know, they published the animation I did for them. It was really bad, but it did well.
When was the last time you watched it?
Years.
Really?
Absolutely years.
Yeah.
I'll like skim through it though for like the memories, but I don't want to.
It's hard to watch.
I remember like the mindset I had when I was like making it. It was really, I didn't know how to animate obviously, so it was the whole animation was on 3 layers. It was like background, character, and then like mouth of character.
Sick.
Oh, interesting.
Which is not how you're supposed to do it.
That's how I would do it. So
That's right.
I'm like, that makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
makes
But it was
sense to
like
me.
if I needed
Me
to
on
edit,
Canva, I'm like,
'cause there's like multiple characters, and that would mean 2 characters on one layer. So
layer.
if I needed to move something, I'd have to like cut it out, or like move. If I wanted to move like an arm, I'd have to cut the arm out. It was bad, but. They uploaded the video. I also uploaded like a little introductory to me. I was like, "Hey, I'm an animator. I'm still in school. I'm really shy. Please be nice to me."
please.
And it was just like the exposure to just my link in the description that got me like 1,000 or 2 just instant subscribers.
Wow.
So it was really just like the push I needed
Yeah.
to start. You
That's
know?
so cool. My
Yeah.
YouTube editor actually came from that sort of. Like he
Really?
made like edits when I used to react to my subreddit on stream. He made a bunch of edits and I was
that's
looking for a YouTube video
cool.
and I was like, hey. And I think he was like 18 or 19 at the time. He's been the only one for 5 years.
I mean, honestly, it's how you scout people. They're and it works because they're passionate. They
they already like your stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
that
they
too,
can
yeah.
bring like an energy that like a stranger can't.
Yeah.
And it's familiar.
We haven't acknowledged the beautiful drinks on the table.
Oh my gosh, are those for us?
Yes,
We've got
I made
drinks in the
them.
room.
Smile.
You made them?
I made the. Oh yeah, it was really hard, and it
changed
took a
them.
lot of effort. We have really cute fruit. Do you drink? These are non-alcoholic.
Yeah, like I drink like socially.
I decided
casually.
not to make you drink it.
I can
Like 1
at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
I would for you guys.
Thank you.
But I will also drink the wonderful. I assume
We've
this is like juice or
asked-
something.
Yes.
Yeah, we've asked all of our guests what their favorite drink is. Because we are supposed to be a wine podcast, but like, it's just too much wine.
It's a lot of wine.
It's a
I
lot of
said
wine.
juice.
Yeah.
Okay, we have juice. I mixed a couple juices and I put ice in them, and we have cute fruit cups.
Because you said fruity juice.
I like it. I see it. It's so wonderful.
So here we are.
Thank
One
you.
of them has a broken handle though, and this one's mine because it has a broken handle.
I meant to bring glue for it.
Anyway, that's okay. I don't think it would hold up
you.
anyway.
I don't think it would have.
The strawberry one's so big.
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh wait, cheers. We should
All
cheers.
right.
I already drank it.
Oh no,
Oh,
that's
my.
that's 1,000 years bad luck.
Cheers.
That's what they say.
Oh shoot! Hooray!
Oh, that's wonderful.
Thank
It's
you.
so
I
light.
worked really hard on it. Okay, so you started when you were 16. You're animating. You have your own channel, and you just never went back. So you've been doing this for 10 years.
Essentially, yeah.
Wow.
I've never had like a normal job either,
Yeah.
and I feel guilt about that. I feel like I
Why?
should experience
like-
the real world like the rest of the people.
Do you feel like out of touch? I haven't had a real job either.
Okay, so now I feel better.
Okay, yeah.
I
Cutie's had a
rationalized
bunch.
it
I've had a
instantly.
lot of real
Don't ask
jobs.
her.
Yeah, don't. I will
I've,
make it feel
like,
bad.
I've like babysat, and I used to do like horseback riding lessons for kids and
Oh,
stuff.
that's cool.
But I've
though.
never had a retail job.
Yeah.
Or
I did
service,
like
right? No
volunteer
food?
stuff.
Yeah, you got to do
No
food. You got to do
service,
retail.
no
Yeah.
retail.
I was like around the same time that I was like starting animation stuff. I was like, okay, I'm 16 now. I need to figure out like where to work. I was gonna apply at like a smoothie place because I wanted to learn how to make really good smoothies.
Dude.
I wanted the recipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
That's
just
fair.
never got
That's
them.
valid.
I could have made a mean smoothie.
Kitty, what jobs have you had?
Oh my. I mean, I've worked at a Cub Scout camp.
Sick.
That's cute.
I've worked retail, so I worked Old Navy. I worked on the ground and I worked management. And then when I started in the food industry, I started as a baker and the dishwasher. And then I got promoted to the wedding cake designer. And I did wedding
that's
cakes
so
for a while.
wonderful.
And then interior design.
So
and
you're
now
like
here
an
we
artist
are.
through and through.
Yeah, we try to be.
It's
Except
really
for I
cool.
can't draw.
No, but it's in your it's in your mind. It's in your mind and it comes out.
I can't. Yeah, I can do this, but I can't.
I feel like you can draw, probably.
No, I
I
can't.
feel like this is one of those things that you're lying about.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm simply not. What would you want me to draw?
I don't know. I just feel like
I
you're,
can't draw
you're
anything.
artistic. I have a hard
just
but
not.
I guess we've never drawn together.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish we had paper. Then we could
I know,
put the
we're
rumors
dumb.
to
Why
rest.
didn't we bring paper?
We have whiteboards over there.
Should
in
I
that
get
bucket.
them?
We have whiteboards.
Wait.
Yeah, we
my
can
gosh.
whiteboard it up.
I always say it's we should draw cats because they're simple
Okay.
and it kind of shows where your mind is at, like how to express cat.
Are you gonna mog us?
No, I'm not.
You're gonna mog
I mean, I
us?
draw cartoons. Okay, I'll let you in on something to make you feel better.
Okay.
I've
This is
never
really hard to
like
drink out of, by the way.
it's huge. That's the biggest. It's bigger than the pineapple one.
Oh my.
I've never, since I started so young, I never actually studied any sort of art. I want to,
That is crazy.
but that means I really don't know how to draw anything. I've been drawing Jaiden for 10 years, and that's the only thing I know how to draw.
do you still love it?
I
Or are
do.
you like,
I'm
okay,
very good
good,
at it.
good.
You're not a
I can draw a
jaded
mean Jaiden.
Yeah. Okay. So
We're drawing a cat.
Yeah, we can draw a cat.
Okay.
I've got two. I'm gonna give you guys my fancy cat
I'm also
because
gonna
I've got two versions.
I'm also gonna do fancy cat. Okay. Okay.
Audio listeners, we're locked in.
Audio listeners.
Audio listeners,
You're missing
one
out.
line
Also,
has been drawn.
audio listeners, we need to acknowledge Cutie did this set, by the way. You guys have seen us in the set
Thanks.
before, but Cutie painted all of these panels. She thrifted the decorations to put on the panels. We got a lighting guy. We got freaking new mics. Admit we're on the come up and you guys need to invest now.
It's very, very
now.
pretty here.
Thank you. Yeah, no.
Oh,
I
I'm
just
trying
need
to like
finish
undo with my
house.
mind.
I drew a cat. I'm nervous.
This is my best cat.
Wait, our cats are giving the same vibe, Cutie.
Ew. Piss me
Okay.
off.
Okay. Mean.
He's so good.
Stop, but she didn't.
Okay, Jaiden's is
Jaiden's
really
is
cute.
so cool.
No, I drew my cat.
Oh, frick. My cat looks stupid next to your cat.
We revealed him on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I like your
You know what?
guys.
All of these cats are good.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No one has ever told me I'm good at drawing. Oh, we're going to have to take pictures of these because you cannot see them.
Oh shit.
Sorry, guys. We'll take pictures.
I think they're all good cats.
Wow.
But yours is just so like
Thank you. It's a cartoon. I
looks
really
like a
only
sticker.
do
Like, it just-
cartoons.
what the heck?
Yeah, it does look like a sticker.
This is based on my cat, Tostada.
Tostada.
Yeah.
Do you
I
have
like
one
that name.
cat? Other pets?
I live with Jacob. They have 2 cats, Fraser and
Oh,
Taylor, and
I've met
have-
Jacob's ridiculous cat.
Fraser?
Yeah,
Why-
Fraser.
why
That's
ridiculous?
the one.
He's a huge character.
So cute. He's
thank
so
you.
funny. He looks like the cat from New Girl.
Well,
Did you ever watch it? Oh,
don't
New
think
Girl
so.
is so good.
I've seen the first like season or 2, but I don't remember a cat.
Wait, what? Tell me about the cat.
Fraser or the
Yeah.
New Girl cat? Oh, he is.
I don't know enough about the New Girl cat.
Fraser is a Persian, and he thinks he's a human
Durs.
being.
He's Durs, but he is
Cuter.
black and brown.
Aww.
And well, wait, no, I'm saying Fraser. Is Fraser not black and brown?
No. I don't know what cat we're talking about.
I thought we were trying to, you know what? Maybe I'm thinking of the New Girl cat.
Taylor, the other cat is like a tuxedo cat, which is like black and white. But Fraser's
colors?
just gray.
What?
I can show you a picture. Do you want to see?
Who the f-
I can. I feel like I need to prove it at this
So
point.
there. What is that?
What do you mean? What
That's
is
a
that?
Galaxy
It's
Flip
my
Zo-
Galaxy
Z-
Flip.
10.
It's
That's
wonderful.
cool.
Yeah.
I can take calls and I go, never talk to them ever again.
That's
Yeah, she
so
still gets the
good.
hang up. We all
I
miss
do
the
like
hang
Wait,
up.
so it's like a flip phone, but it's also a smartphone.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it's nice. You know what? This
Where
is
have you
not.
been?
I'm not gonna like
Chill.
shill it too much because they have not paid me to. But it is. I got this phone because one,
So cute.
it's Chicoa.
Oh my god.
I like it because you can like check your notifications without committing to opening your
Oh.
phone. Right?
Yeah, so then you're
So
not like
I'm on my
immediately
phone
in the
much
apps.
less.
Kind of worse.
That
because
is
they
the
don't get sucked
problem.
in.
Yeah, it's the muscle memory of just like all of a sudden you're on Twitter, you're on Instagram, you don't even like that. You don't even realize that you clicked it.
Yeah, it's like the physical like opening up and then like.
Yeah.
But like you can just be like, who was that? Not
Will
important.
you show
Put
me
it
that
down.
cat?
Oh yeah, I forgot instantly.
No, you're fine.
I love the way it
let's see.
unfolds. That's so crazy.
He's got a big ass. He's got.
This is Fraser.
Oh my god, he's
That's not how I
freaking-
remember him.
What cat are you picturing?
I think I'm thinking of the New Girl cat.
Probably.
Okay, what is the new
We
girl
Google the cat.
This is
from
the
New
other
Girl.
cat. If that's
No, I don't remember
Not
that
ringing
guy.
a bell?
No, I only remember. I know there was a
this
Persian.
is my cat, Tostada.
See, that's the coloring I thought Fraser had.
No, well,
That's
yeah, that's
funny.
Tostada.
Well, I've met Fraser one time, and I guess he didn't leave a good enough impression on.
Cat from New. You know what?
You'd
Okay,
be so
That's what I
upset.
thought he looked like.
Yeah, no.
Cutie was thinking of the cat from New Girl.
Gotcha.
That's
It's a cute
funny.
cat.
That is a very cute cat.
Wait, Durs is a Persian?
Yeah, but he's long hair.
Long hair
Those are short hairs.
Persian.
Yeah. Yeah, Dur's is long hair Persian, gray and white.
Mm.
Tiny though, he's runt, so he's like 3 pounds. He's
Oh.
9 and he's perfect. He's the most perfect cat in the world.
Have you
Fraser's
seen
a big
Coots?
cat. Coots, I have.
Weird ass cat.
Coots is cute.
She's got problems.
Coots is
Oh
a
no!
weird
Wait,
cat.
what's the drama?
She's just weird. Like she's just
Yeah.
one of those cats that like she doesn't have much of a personality.
Okay.
I'm not trying to. I'm just being honest.
Just a cat.
does?
What is it?
That's a good
Is
question.
it just
actually.
normal? Is it
She
just cat?
no,
No,
she's
not
just very
even that.
distant. Like she's, but she's
like-
not like hot girl independent distant. She's just
No.
like
She's like weird horse girl that no one talks to.
she's
but
just like not there distant.
I think that's a personality in itself. That's so
yes,
funny.
but I don't like it. You can't pet her. You can't pick her up. You can't hang out with her. Like
You can pet her. a
not
little
really.
bit.
Only sometimes
little.
she'll take chins, but that's
Yeah.
it. She's just kind of weird.
Yeah, she is
I don't-
weird.
I don't like her.
That's not true.
What?
She's lying.
I love her, but I don't like her. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I get that.
like
I
get
that.
it. Like
Sometimes pets are like that, where a lot of like parents, they'll be like, "I don't want the dog. I don't get the dog near me." Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. And then the dog like has been in the family for 10 years and then he dies, and it's that parent's on suicide watch.
I mean, I'll be sad when she dies for sure, but she's like whatever. You know
I
what I'm
getcha.
saying? Compared to like,
You're gonna get a hate.
I know, I understand, but you can have so many feelings. You can like, Swift is the light of my life. Durs is also the light of my life.
There's so much.
Coots is in my life.
There's only so much light in your life.
Yeah, she just doesn't give. Like, and I give to her, and she doesn't give back. And Ludwig loves her.
Is she Ludwig's cat, or is she just the same cat to Ludwig?
Ludwig says she treats him different, but I don't think so. Like, I don't.
I think Lud treats her different a little.
I'm nice to her. What do you mean?
No, I mean like compared to the other animals. Like it feels like.
Oh
she's
yeah,
more
Lud
Lud's
likes
cat.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like her.
Maybe they have something that you don't understand.
Maybe they hang out without
Maybe you just need to let her in.
I've tried. Durs comes and sits on me. Coots just walks away. I'm like, okay. I'm like, whatever. See you later.
Durs and I have drama.
Really? Wait, I want to hear this drama now,
We
too.
just, we used to get along really great. I could pet him all the time. I thought he was really cute. I took lots of pictures of him. And then one day when I started coming to LA, he just started swatting at me.
Oh.
And now
All
he
the attention went to his
screams.
head.
Yeah. And then he'll let me pet him for a little bit. And then he'll be like,
The city.
and then I can't.
Yeah, it was the city. We came to LA. LA changed him.
Changed.
It changed him.
It really changes some people.
When did you get your cat?
How long ago has it been now? She just turned 3 recently, so like 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
But she's the tiniest little baby pathetic thing you'll ever meet in
I
your
love
entire
that.
life.
Yeah.
Scared of everything. Really bad balance. She trips and falls all the time, which is like the
sad.
main thing cats have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has giant googly eyes.
Oh.
She's very much like, she's one of the Velcro cats, right? Where she follows me everywhere. But it's just like in a pitiful way.
Sad.
But like in a cute, like,
Yeah, okay.
she knows nothing.
It's like Swift.
Yeah. She's really sweet though. She cuddles with me we fall asleep next to each other every
I like
night.
That. See,
you
that's
know?
Durs.
Yeah, and
Coots
I wake
just-
up and she's still there. And it's like,
That's nice.
mhm.
You know what's weird about Durs?
What?
Durs is a girl.
Durs?
And Cutie just calls him a boy.
Maybe,
Her a boy.
maybe
No.
that's what he feels.
This is what exactly. What happened was I went to go get Durs, and I roll up, and I was like, "Baby boy kitten," and they were like,
Mhm.
"Baby boy kitten." And I said, "Dope." And
Yeah.
I walked away. I took him to the vet. I said, "I got a baby boy kitten." They said, "Nice baby boy kitten." I said, "Great." I went home. I had to go back to the vet, get him more shots. Baby boy kitten. Baby boy kitten.
Mhm.
Sounds good. At one point, Durs has an accident. I have a niece that wants to hold him, and she does a shit ass job. She's 3. She's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And she drops him.
Mhm.
And I'm like, "F you, bitch. My cat." And then I didn't actually say that. I should have.
Of course.
She deserved it.
The energy, she felt
yeah,
it.
I hope she felt it.
Psychically.
And so my cat fell and went into shock.
Oh, God.
Actually,
And-
so sad.
Yeah,
that sounds really
little
was
kitten.
So
That's
it was
sad.
traumatizing, yeah. And then went into had a fracture in her spine. Hit
Oh
his
my gosh,
I know,
spine.
it was crazy because it fell on marble floor.
Oh.
I'm freaking out. My boyfriend at the time, not the tattoo one, a different one, scoops it up. I'm a little hoe. Scoops it up.
Not tattoo, not
Yeah.
Ludwig. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Sometimes people be like, "How's Kitty dated so many people?" And I'm like, "I'm 30. Like, what do you want from me?"
I think you've dated a normal amount of people.
Okay, thank you. I
Not that
needed
there's like a normal amount of people.
Okay.
I feel like I think it makes
Average amount
sense
of
for
people.
people to date. You know.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
you're a
I'm
little
just putting my opinion out there.
Sometimes, well, we talk about them because I talk about life experiences. And I'm not going to say their names, so I just say boyfriend, and they don't know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I'm talking shit on Ludwig, and I'm like, "Do you want to hear what my ex did?" And then like, Maya knows. And she's like,
Well,
"Dump him."
It's also like if you say the person that I was seeing at the time, people are like, "Oh, so you're just hoeing out then? You're it's not even a boyfriend."
Well, sometimes you'll even say the person I was seeing at the time, or my boyfriend at the time, and they'll assume it's Ludwig. So it's better to say ex-boyfriend.
yeah.
But then they're like, "She's still hung up on her ex," and I'm like, "Yeah, all of them.
I miss them.
I miss them.
It's every
have
single one
soft
of them.
lips.
I still text them and I say, "Do you miss me?" They don't reply. Anyway, so cat falls. My boyfriend at the time scoops Durs up, takes Durs to the vet. Do cat scan everything. Baby boy kitten. Great. Sends baby boy kitten back. Baby boy kitten's okay.
I'm surprised it's gone on this long.
It's
at this
gone
point,
on
knowing
this long.
Me knowing the spoiler at the end
Exactly.
of the story.
We are 8 months in, all of a sudden, baby boy kitten starts going into heat.
Oh.
Howling, all this stuff. We're like, wait a second, we're getting you neutered, and like you wait for a year for their hips to be like whatever. We're like, you're getting neutered. What is happening? And then we're like
fruity.
Googling cat genitalia in a non-weird way and like looking. We're like, what? And theirs was a girl.
Female kitten.
It's baby kitty. Baby
Baby
girl.
sister kitten.
Yeah. It's like it doesn't roll off the tongue the
wow.
same. Yeah. So now Durs is actually a girl.
But I get that your mom, because that's a long time.
Yeah, and
how
Swift
long
is
is
a
that?
boy.
Yeah.
It was a year, and Durs is
That's
9
a
now,
long
so you
time
think
to
I would
process
adjust.
a
but-
gender, though.
But I think Durs likes being a boy.
I thought Stompy was a girl for the first year.
Mm.
Stompy's a boy.
See, I'm in like a similar dilemma where I've also got birds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And
That one's tough because you just gotta freaking guess.
you gotta get a DNA test. And Ari, my first bird, I was kind of like, I don't really care about the gender. He's like a single bird sibling. It's no matter what it is, then that's what it is. But I'm gonna headcanon him as a boy.
Sure.
Okay.
And then,
Oh, did he lay a freaking egg?
well, the thing is, I still just don't know
Oh, okay.
his gender. And I'm like 99.9% sure that he's a boy. He like exhibits male conure behavior. I have a girl, Tofu, now, and she's like DNA tested. She is a female. They're very bonded. They have laid eggs. So like I feel like he would have also laid eggs with her if they were both lesbian
Wait,
lovers.
what? They laid eggs? What does that mean?
Yeah. Well, it's like a whole thing.
Well, like, wait, no, I don't think that baseline. Wait, so how do
It's like the
laid
thing
eggs?
birds do.
No,
I'll be
no,
honest.
are they like neutered?
No, so there's not really
So you don't neuter birds?
there's not really bird birth control because their tiny bodies are just so frail and weak that they could just like
So do you have baby
die.
birds?
No, I froze the eggs. I destroyed them.
Yeah, you have to.
Wait,
cull
is
them.
that sad as hell?
Yes, I didn't. They were in my freezer for like the first year because I didn't know what to do with them, but I have thrown them away.
Oh my god.
Well, okay. We're
I would feel
we're
so
gonna head.
sad.
But so
Okay,
Tofu is a female bird.
Okay.
Ari is ambiguous, but I'm pretty sure he's a boy. But I'm like too scared at this point because he's 9 years old to get a DNA
It's
test.
not worth it. Yeah.
I'm
what's the
like
point?
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I
But-
can't just do it with a feather.
I know
You
they
think
don't have
that'll
like
have
a
DNA?
different. It's blood. It's like a blood thing. But like a couple years ago, Tofu laid. Okay, so I used to have like their own room, and there wasn't very much furniture in the room because they don't need the furniture. But there was like an IKEA drawer in the corner for all their stuff.
Perfect.
Okay.
And
Prime.
and they, since it's their own room, I let them like keep the cage door open. They can go in to get food and water, but they kind of just like hang out. Normally they just sit on the top of the cage, or I have like a tree that they sit on. And I'd go in every day, check on them for a while, you know, let them do their thing. And eventually I came in and I couldn't find them, and I realized that they had like burrowed behind the drawer behind
my God.
and like chewed the wood through to get into the shelf and
oh my
like
god.
nested and laid eggs in it. So I
The
had
two
to
of them together?
yeah so they were like the SpongeBob nematodes. They just
Okay.
like completely shredded it, and it was there's so much sawdust and it smelled like the wood section of Home Depot. I made like a video about it, but so I had to figure out what to do with the eggs because I didn't know if they were like fertilized.
Right.
So
Wait, they can lay eggs and not be fertilized?
That's what
that's
chicken
what
eggs are.
chickens do.
Girl,
Dude, I never thought of this. This is blowing my mind.
Yeah, so
You're
that's
telling
why
me-
like that's why eggs don't hatch in the grocery
Right,
store.
right,
Well,
right.
it's also
Wait,
refrigerated.
so has
they
she
wouldn't-
done them again?
She's been doing it every year since, and I cannot stop it. Like I've tried to get rid of her nesting behaviors. I've tried like taking away like seeds for spring, all this stuff, and they have to lay eggs. She has eggs right now. Like I haven't talked about it, but she is sitting on eggs as we speak.
leak. Now you guys know.
Yeah. She's laid more eggs.
But it's not a surprise to
But it's
anybody.
every
her third time laying eggs. It's every March. I
You guys wanna hear
delayed it a
something
little bit.
Sad. You want me to kill the vibe? While
What?
we're talking
Yes.
about eggs
Oh,
and
no.
laying. So
She's
yeah,
gonna do
every year,
something.
right?
Mhm.
The closest wild relative to chickens, red jungle fowl, they lay eggs like twice a year. Like they have 2 laying seasons.
Yeah.
Our commercial layers will lay eggs at least 300 times a year, if not 365 days a year, because it's every day. Because we've artificially selected them to do that for production. Isn't that crazy to think about? Like, imagine yours was laying every single day.
We've f***ed birds up, honestly.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Yeah, but the eggs that we eat in the grocery store, right? Like, not fertilized eggs, but you have to pull them.
Yeah.
Like, you have to pull them.
Why?
Because otherwise you're gonna have a bajillion baby birds. That's not ethical either.
That'd be kind of fun.
No, it's so much.
Really?
when
It's
they
too
do
many?
hatch, I mean, I can keep getting f***ed up because I know too. But
What
like,
happened?
I mean, like,
oh my God,
when they're
I'm learning.
when they do want to get more chickens for like farming and stuff, they keep the females because they can lay eggs, and then you have a bunch of male chicks, so they just throw them away.
They throw them away?
Yeah,
But it's the same with
because
cows.
it's useless. So
Yeah.
this
is awesome.
Wow.
I think the two.
Okay.
I actually talked to a lady recently in California. She was a server at a restaurant, and somehow she found out that I did bird stuff online. I don't know how. And
You just give that vibe. You look
I
like
guess
it.
I don't know. She came over and she was like, "Hey,
Bird people can find
I
bird
have
people."
yeah. I think it was Conyers. Just a small parrot.
Aw.
I don't remember what she had. But she was like, I have like 35 birds, and I started with 2. And
What?
and she was just like, I need somewhere for them to go. And she was like, they lay eggs, and I can't interfere with nature. I can't do it. So they keep having these babies, and I have to hand feed them. And I was like, girl, you gotta freaking interfere with nature. Like, now she's got like way too many birds that she can't afford, and she's like
Yeah.
hand
That is
feeding
so
them,
many
and they're
birds.
continuing to breed and probably all breeding together because they all
they're
live
probably
together.
super inbred. At this point.
Yeah. It's not. That's not chill.
That's not nature.
You gotta. Yeah, that's not nature.
Wow.
That's her confining a one lineage of birds to
This
keep.
is fascinating. I never thought about people's birds at their house having eggs.
I mean, birds aren't domesticated. The only ones are
Yeah.
like pigeons, but like
Chickens.
chickens and pigeons.
Yeah.
But
I'm
like
sad we don't keep pigeons as pets anymore.
Pigeons
they're
are
so
sick.
sweet.
Yeah, I think it's sad that they're just like out there.
They're war heroes. They
Yeah,
they fought
true.
for this country.
I think it's great, and they're like, we treat them like every other veteran. We just leave them on the
people
street.
they like kick them.
Very cool. Yeah,
It's so
very
sad.
freaking cool. America.
The domesticated pigeons they deserve respect. People.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
parrots and like most pets birds are like undomesticated. They're just wild animals.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they chew through wood and they
They do
scream really loud.
They scream and they bite
and they
and
bite really
they're
hard.
mean and they're jealous and they hate you.
So
Yeah.
this has nothing to do with birds, but I was thinking about it earlier and I forgot to say it. But when you started doing this at 16, when you were
Yeah.
doing that, did high school just suddenly change? Like, did people treat you differently all of a sudden?
I was always pretty good at like keeping to myself. I was pretty quiet. I had not very many friends, but like I didn't really want to make friends, I had like I've had one childhood best friend since I was 4, and we did like everything
Oh my God,
together.
okay. Still
And
friends
I've
with them?
just they're back in Arizona. We text like here and there, not as much as I would like, but that's just life gets in the way.
I don't
Yeah.
have any friends from high school.
Yeah,
So
I
you
mean
don't have
that's
any
like the
friends.
only person. So it's like I was kind of like I've got my best friend Kate, and I don't really need anyone else. And
Okay.
so I didn't really go out of my way to make friends in high school. And then I kept it all like to myself pretty much. So there wasn't any
Humble
room
queen.
for anything to change.
Yeah,
you
okay.
know. But I will say, I'm pissed off at my school for this.
Okay.
There's like
Pop off.
a homeroom like announcements, but where they would have like all the students. I don't know what elective this was, but they would have like a little news set up with a green screen.
Oh
and-
my
and it was,
God.
like,
My school had the same thing.
Yeah.
And I've talked about it, and everyone's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
no.
it's like they would say the news or like what's going on in
Yes.
school and the weather, and then
Yeah.
like
That's
sometimes
drama.
they would like
No?
It was like student news.
Did
No,
they
it
report
was like-
drama?
no.
Oh.
It was like
Girl.
professional.
I'm so
The
brain-rotted.
the
Sometimes
principal
they would.
and the vice principal have been found in the closet.
It's like a tabloid.
No, it's
Sarah and Justin broke up.
it's like it was like normal school
Okay.
stuff.
Sometimes
like
there'd be little skits
Spirit Day tomorrow
for-
is-
yeah.
exactly.
Green. What are spirit days? Crazy hair day.
Mm-hmm. It was like
Continue.
don't forget that the box top thing is going on.
Right, right,
Put
This
your
was
box
the
tops
thing.
in.
This is gonna be crazy segue. We're gonna
Yeah.
loop back.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm just telling you. I've told this story. I'm gonna do a quicker version. My ex-boyfriend.
Which one's this one?
So this one, so I was a little hoe. So this one was in high school. I was also in high school.
Yeah.
We're in the clear. I just want you to know.
Didn't think about that, but thank you.
Make it clear.
I'm sure people would be wondering.
He was on the school's news broadcast, and when we broke up, we were in like he was the mean one. We were in a war. I don't remember why. Well, I do remember why, because I went crazy after we broke up.
Naturally.
I went insane.
I mean, you were in high school.
It was bad. But then he also retaliated by being mean. And so when he did looking back on it, he crushed his role as mean ex. Yeah, he did
blew
really
you out
good
of the
job.
water.
Oh,
What's the worst thing he did?
incredible. What
What was the worst thing he did?
Oh, well, I don't know if Jaiden.
I could take it. I don't know what
Okay.
this is. Does it involve me?
Yeah, you were there. We talked about you.
Accomplice.
It was crazy. No, the worst thing he did is I wrote him this long letter that was like, let's get back together, meet at our spot. And I wore my best True Religion jeans, right?
Okay,
and I
I
took
hate
my
this
mom's
story.
Camry.
I hate this story.
I had to dig. My mom's car was the nicest car, and I drove to our spot. It was a park. It was a park we used to make out in. It was
Of course.
crazy. Yeah.
What else did you have? As
Yeah,
a kid?
exactly. And we drive to the park, and he had, and I show up, and I get out of the car, and he pulls up, and I'm like, and the song starts playing, like, Romeo, take, and I'm like, this is so perfect. And then his car full of lacrosse friends in a Jeep pull up behind him and start throwing garbage at me.
What the f***? Oh my god!
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's
It
insane!
was crazy. And then it escalates, don't worry. And then, so I physically run away because it's the only thing I have. So I have my mom's keys, and I'm like, throw them at him, and I just start running. The problem was I was really depressed, and I also had an eating disorder because I was in high school, and that was the slay thing to do. Yeah, exactly. And so I passed out.
Oh no!
I simply passed out. And next thing I know, 911's there, everyone's there, and he's talking to the police, and he's like showing him the letter. In the letter, I'm like, I can't live without you. Of course, I say that. I'm like, I can't live without you. Meet me here, blah, blah, blah. And they searched my mom's car. My mom had been to Walmart that day, and there was Drano in the back. And he was like, yeah, she was going to drink it. Anyway, I get put on a psych hold. And,
Oh no!
yeah. But then it was good because it led to rehab for my eating disorder anyway. So
That is-
two
that
birds,
is a
one
good
stone.
one.
Yeah.
They took care of
It
you.
was
Him
great.
did he
Yeah.
actually think that you drank it, or is he trying to
He was-
put you in a cycle?
I think he was goading. I think he was just being a little silly.
I think
Yeah.
it's probably
'Cause I,
one of those things where you just say and you don't realize there could be a consequence.
I think he was just like, yeah, she said she couldn't live without me.
Yeah,
Which
and
I
he
did
also,
say. I
like-
did say that.
Yeah.
I mean, it also makes him be like, look, I'm not the crazy one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I did look like the crazy one. I was the crazy one at that point. I mean, I was. But anyway, he was on our school announcement thing.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know why he needed more revenge at this point. I don't know.
Does that make him like a celebrity low key at school, or no one cares?
No, he
No
was
one
badass.
cares.
No, he was
Oh,
cool.
really?
Yeah.
Mine, people kind of thought the news people were dweebs.
Oh, my school was opposite. If you were on the news, you were kind of
Really?
hype.
You're
Yeah.
like the anchor.
People like the
Yeah.
weather guy. He was funny.
Yeah, well, everyone was funny at ours.
Yeah, gotcha.
So they like do the news thing. We're sitting there. I'm in French. I'm like, it's during the second period. I'm waiting, and we're watching the news. They're like listening to it. I don't remember if we're watching. Cause sometimes we would just listen. Sometimes they had the program, and we're listening or watching. And then they were like, at the end, he was like, "Now we have a song from our special ed class," and he plays a song that I recorded for him on a CD. Of me
And
singing.
he said special ed class?
Yeah, and back then, this is 2010s, 2000. When did I graduate? 2012. So yeah, it was 2010 probably. It was "Breathe" by Taylor Swift and Colby Calais, and it was me singing it. And I just listened, and I remember everyone in class looks at me, and I just stood up and walked out.
They
I was
all knew it was you. I'm kind
It
of
was just
like,
so
surprised.
me.
Oh,
it's just my voice. Like my voice is my voice. You've
Yeah.
heard me sing. It's just my voice.
I guess then they knew him, and so the
Yeah,
context is
exactly.
there.
And so the whole class just like everyone, and it was third year of French or whatever. I think I was a junior, so you had to be like, so it was just like it was like a movie. Like
Everyone just, that's the one that's
and I remember I
killer.
just like slammed my pencil down, like didn't slam it, but just like.
Just like, all right.
Checkmate, yeah, okay. And I just walked out of class, and I just like I sat in my car, and I was like, that sucks.
I respect the walkout.
Yeah, it was. I can't.
I'm glad the teacher
no
didn't
recovery.
even stop
No,
you.
no.
It's just like, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh, that's rough. That's
horrific.
rough.
It was rough. And we were on like the 4th floor at school too, so I had to do all the stairs. I remember I was like, this is horrible. It was
God,
good,
no,
though.
we never got that much drama
Really?
in our news. It was really just like they come on the shitty green screen. It's got like the same effect as like the drama alert thing because it's
Yeah.
royalty free.
Yeah.
They say their shit. No one pays attention. It turns off. But every once in a while, they would have a segment of like spotlight student,
Ooh.
where they'd be like, "This is a student that's like doing something cool."
Oh my god, they
That's
revealed you.
So they were like, okay, so I consented to it on the thing. They're like, hey, I heard you were doing this. Like, could we talk about it? I was like, yeah, it's like a 1-minute segment. I could talk about it. It was like pretty awkward. I didn't really, I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, no one really cares.
Oh God.
But,
oh God.
But afterwards, they posted a online script of the thing, like with
Stop.
with
dox you?
full government.
No.
And that's how my full name got leaked.
Oh no.
I had to like email them, and I see how it happened. You know, I think it was just other students posting stuff to the website, and it's like, yeah, that's. It probably would have gotten leaked like anyway, but it was like, come on, high school, my high
sucks.
school.
Yeah.
At what point did you face reveal? Was it early on?
It was
then?
pretty late. I was.
After high school doxter.
It was. It was like, yeah, what's the point? I don't remember the kind of year, but it was like after I've established a channel. I was like past 1 million after.
Oh wow!
When I did,
How did
like,
you
a
do
face
it?
reveal. It was really edgy.
Really?
Edgy.
I didn't know
wasn't
this.
Edgy. It was kind of like. It was very dramatic because
Okay.
I was still very young.
Yeah. But that's the most slay.
Yeah. So
Some of the most cringe shit I've ever done. I'm like, you know what? Pop off.
I was very anxious, depressed girl in college, kind of like finding herself.
Yeah,
like
you're wanting to get
didn't
Beatles
have other
tattoos
people.
on you.
Didn't have other people to tell me what to do anymore.
Okay,
I was
yeah.
like, I'm lost. I don't like myself. I'm in college. I don't know what the is going on. I'm trying to figure out how the world works and who I am as a person. Really struggling.
Yeah.
Like I had an eating disorder too.
Yeah.
Found it.
Yeah. You deserve
It happens.
Yeah. I just love food.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I've recovered
Don't say
since
unfortunately
when I was like
after talking about eating
18.
You recovered when you were 18? How? What? I do want to dive into that.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
haven't
an
talked
interesting
about
thing.
it since that
Really?
video.
Oh,
it was
well,
really
wow.
just like me saying, okay, so the reason I'm not like public with my face, I'm just really self-conscious, guys. I'm really sad. I'm dealing with a lot. I have very bad like self-image and stuff. Just like I'm dealing with an eating disorder. Just really just spilling out the guts.
Yeah.
Right? In a very dramatic animation. And but I probably would have gone a little longer without a face reveal, but there's a person that I went to VidCon with who was like
I'm
in like
scared.
the animation group,
Okay.
and they were like vlogging and stuff, and this is the first like VidCon I went to.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to be okay with it, like trying to like meet people and be like, oh, it's like if I want to go to cons, I have to show my face and blah blah. Very, very much coping, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So like the whole time I was like, oh, it's okay if we vlog. He was like the only one vlogging really, at least with other people's face. And then afterwards, I was like, hey, actually, I'm kind of like uncomfortable. Is it okay if like you blur my face or something? I was like, I'll do it for you. Like I'll edit the
Oh,
blur or
that's
something.
nice.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, sure. And so I edit his whole vlog and like censor my face.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
And then I send it to him and he's like, nah, I'm not gonna do that.
No way.
So he published
What? Wait.
it. And
what?
I was like,
What?
I was like,
Why?
oh, okay.
Motherfucker.
After it was edited? Why?
No, that's crazy.
What was
I don't
his
know.
reason?
No, what's his at?
No,
Let
I
me get
can't.
him.
I've never
I'm
said
gonna
it.
get
I've
him.
never said it. He's talked about it himself, but I've never said it.
I'll say it. Loser alert. That's crazy.
Wait,
Yeah.
what was the reason? Because it would do better?
'cause
it's
he's
like
a bozo
reveal?
clown,
Is that,
that's
like,
why.
That is crazy.
Well, I think it was.
No, I'm calling him names. I'm going dark.
I'm very much over it. We don't have to like hunt this man anymore.
Okay, guys, don't hunt him. But like, if you watch this guy, fuck you. That's crazy. I'll say it. You guys don't need to say it because I said it. What a
So
loser.
I think it was really just like he knew it would get views and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, he put hashtag Jaiden face reveal
Wait, did he actually?
in the description. And then I told him like, I think you were kind of mean about this. Like after.
No, I think you're a baby ass bitch. That's crazy.
Well, the thing. Okay, so here's what happened. Right, is
Okay.
like, do my face reveal. I talk about like this person I was uncomfortable with showing my face. I'm not going to name them, but I was uncomfortable.
Okay.
And the reason I feel like I need to talk about this is because my face is out there, but people say like, oh, but you don't put it out or you don't acknowledge it. I was like, I don't want to acknowledge it because I'm not ready to at the moment. I was like 17, 18.
He's like, this is going to be huge for my channel. Yeah, that's crazy.
And then people like put two and two together and they'll start like, people figure it out.
Yeah.
And then he texted me like, hey, blah, 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 will you, like, I'm so sorry, blah, blah. And I was like...
He was like, will you change your video?
Well, he was like, will you tell people that we're friends to make them, like, not...
Girl.
So I was like, I don't... Well,
he is not my friend.
We're not really friends. You're kind of mean.
Oh, my God. Thank you. Stand up for yourself.
But yeah, anyway, I don't want to like dogpile on this thing.
We're not dogpiling.
because
it's in the past. It doesn't matter.
Very much in the past.
Everyone's healed.
Not here, not to bring stuff up, but that is like the time, the story, the timeline.
No, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But yeah, what were we talking about? That's like my face reveal.
So your face reveal was kind of forced.
A little bit, but looking back, if
he didn't do hashtag Jaiden face reveal, people maybe wouldn't have put two and two together. Or did he call you, like, were you addressed in the vlog multiple times?
I was in the vlog, yeah.
Okay.
And,
well,
like, you put, like, me in the title.
Yeah, I guess if you just didn't...
You were in the title?
Well, it was, like, VidCon vlog featuring Jaiden. The album was out. Blah, blah, all these other...
Guys, this is old... Everything's
fine old
now.
Drama.
Everything's fine now.
Yeah. We don't need any defense forces.
That's no.
And stuff.
I mean,
that's a story.
They know. They don't. They're not allowed to defend me. I tell them.
Oh.
I get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes we get in heat because, mostly me. I say stuff and I don't. I'm a vocal processor.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I don't say stuff fully thought out, and I like. If I'm trying to think, it takes if I try to think in my brain, it takes my whole bandwidth. I can't talk.
Oh, I get that,
yeah. So I'll sit there and I'll be like, and I'll do a lot of like, and it's because I'm trying really hard
together.
to piece what I'm actually thinking. Yeah, anyway. So there's been times where, I've gotten myself into hot water and I never see a cutie fan defending me. They know because
sometimes she says shit.
Yeah, if I see them defend me, I'm always like, I usually block them. I'm like, if you're gonna be that type of like, it's fine.
You must be new here.
Yeah, exactly. Like you must be new here. Like it's just
it happens.
We're human.
Yeah. I get it. I process things through like repetition, so I have to articulate it over and over and over to myself.
Do you have OCD?
I don't think so. I have ADHD.
Okay, they're sisters.
And autism. Yeah.
They're also sisters.
Yeah,
it's a trifecta. Is ADHD, OCD, and autism.
I've never looked into. I think I have like tendencies because I think I do like a few things that like are I've been doing like my whole life. Like I have to I push my nail into like my finger like this all the time, and I have to like get the whole nail. It's like an arc movement.
Ooh, yeah.
And
Sounds
it's like tiny things.
Yeah.
Or, like if I have I tap and I have to tap equally. But I don't think this is like an actual OCD thing. I think it's like a tendency.
Yeah. That's a valid thing.
Probably.
I have OCD tendencies too, not OCD.
I got OCD.
Yeah.
What is that like? Because I know it's like really different for a lot of people, right?
Oh, yeah. It's it manifests a lot of different ways. The biggest way that people think is usually the clean way, which is like funny because
it's not how
it's
it
just
works.
a type. Like that's just a type. It's just like it's so many different things, but it's very cyclical. Like everything in my life is very cyclical. Like I've gotten much better at it, but I used to I'd have to drive to the edge of my street, drive back, drive to the edge, drive back, drive back. And it wasn't
like
even
routine kind of thing.
and it's like some normal thoughts that we have humans. Oh, did I leave the oven on? Did I do this? Did I do that? And like that usually doesn't paralyze you, but when you have OCD, it consumes you.
Like you can't. You have to check.
Yeah, like I have to. And if I'm super anxious or super stressed, like I have to do like 5 even still I have to do 5 loops around my house, make sure I see my cat, make sure I see and it's like in a certain order, like, and I always have to say like Durs is in the house, Coots is in the house in a very certain order. And I've gotten better at it, but if I don't say it in that order, then something's fucked up and I have to do it again.
Yeah, I have that thing. I think my strongest like irrational one is when I'm doing laundry because I have this fear of like a cat jumping into a washing machine.
Oh my God.
It on.
Yep.
So I have to like put the thing in. I have to like find all the cats and I have to like check the thing and make sure there's no cats that like snuck in when I was checking. I close it, I turn the thing on, and I check all the cats again.
Yeah.
Even though I know none of them give a shit about the washing machine.
No, they'll never do it. But it's lots of patterns that give you solace, essentially. So like
control.
Like I mismatch socks, stuff like that. Like things that that gives you control, and it just calms the thoughts down. But it can get really dark in like the intrusive thoughts where because your brain gets tired and bored and it wants that hit, and so it'll like find nasty shit.
What thing can I think of next?
Exactly. And then it just goes on a loop and you're like, oh God, like please stop. And so it's just weird shit like that.
I have this new one where whenever I order food, I have this fear that when I open the door, some random stranger's gonna like bum rush me and like attack me into the house. So I have to like check the door, the peephole, and I'll open a little, snatch it. And then I'll like slam it, lock it, check one more time, see if I defended myself.
I think that's kind of valid though. It's kind of like
I think that
in your
one's
car
rooted in just like general
just like,
survival.
Yeah. Because that is, if I was to rush somebody or rob somebody in their house, I think that would be a good. No, I'm not trying to validate your feelings.
No, but
I
get it.
It's like that makes sense.
I order enough where I'm like, someone could find my pattern.
Yeah. Wow.
Are you willing? Do you want to talk about your eating disorder a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So it's. I was about to say the standard stuff, but
the usual.
I will go into college. I don't know how to like feed myself or nutrition or anything. Just complete freedom.
Yeah.
So I was just like starting to like gain some weight, mainly because I just didn't know how to eat.
Yeah.
Also like the cafeteria I was in the dorm, so it was just like always around.
I mean, they also like call it the freshman 15. Like it's like very predictable.
Like I started like making new friends in the dorms. My dorm was actually very, very friendly. Like everyone on my dorm floor had their doors open. We could like walk in and
what
out.
a dream. Yeah.
By the end of the year, everyone hated each other.
Oh my God. Was there like a catalyst to that?
I think it was just like people were confined to the same building too much. Too much little things start piling up with dramas or petty stuff, and then it just like builds and builds and people talk. I was never involved in it because I have always just like stayed in my own lane. I remember there was this one time where my roommate, she was like having this dramatic talk with this other guy who was like in a different room, and they were like trying to hash out their beef, and it was like an hour-long conversation. I was just like on my bunk.
You're like, dude.
And then by the end of it, he was like,
podcast.
all right, see you later, Jaiden. And they like walked.
Oh my gosh. You're like, I'm on your side, by the way.
And I was just a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like making new friends. We'd go out, eat socially more often. You're just like gaining weight at the same time that I'm like developing a lot of like anxiety and like stress and like expectations of myself. So I was just like freaking out, didn't know how to handle it. And it just like manifested into controlling what I ate.
Interesting. Yeah. So you went like, was it to lose weight, or was it just for that control aspect?
It was for both. But like, I mean, you lose weight pretty quickly so I was like, but it was always trying to go lower. And it was just like, mainly the
game.
Yeah. But also like for like a self-image kind of thing.
Right.
But so I was just like really low calories. I would like binge eat and then like throw up and stuff.
Yeah. I never got into the throw up. I avoided that, which is...
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. I think...
To everyone out there.
It's very interesting, because I see stuff now, because I'll see, like, forums pop up on Reddit or Twitter that, like, eating disorder forums, where there's people
encouraging
insane community
people. Out there.
And it's, like, I didn't have any of that in high school, but, like, I mean... High school is when I was at that time when I said before I went to treatment, I was 99 pounds. I was 5'8".
Oh wow! I never got that.
It was crazy.
Scary.
Yeah, it was like, and I didn't even realize until like, because I mean I was even
a insane size, what your brain tells you.
I was a size 2 in most of high school, and then by then I was a size 00, and it's like that's crazy. I'm 5'8". Like I shouldn't be.
Did you do like a lot of body checking? That was like a big like impulse thing of me.
It was like I would I remember I had this piece of yarn, and I had
the yarn.
Really? That's so funny.
Oh my god.
So I had this piece of yarn. I'd wrap it around my waist, and whenever I could cut off some of the yarn, it was like everything to me.
See, the yarn was something
That's so sad.
Yeah, it was crazy, but I loved it.
Insane.
I loved it.
I would have gotten into that too.
Oh my god, it was weird. And there's even been in that I found myself, because throughout your life you'll find you fall back on it, right? Like it's an addiction almost. Like, and so there's times
it's kind of like they always say, like, you're always battling recovery.
Yeah. Like,
and I believe that to a degree.
Yeah, there'll be times where you can catch it faster though. Like that's the thing.
It's just like sometimes, like when I'm at a point where I'm like, no, we're not gonna think that, and it's very easy to put down.
Which is huge.
It's always like, hey, but
it lives in
not,
there.
Yeah.
He's got an apartment for rent. Unfortunately, he moved in at some point.
But he's just always ignored.
Yeah, which is good. That's huge.
Yeah,
but I used to, and even sometimes I think like somewhat like in the past 2 years, I think one time I had a conversation with Maya where I was like, dude, I found myself craving that like weak feeling again, where like you don't eat for X amount of time and you feel so like, and you like almost feel like you deserve it, like because you're so depressed and so whatever that you just like, this is what I deserve to feel horrible, and you just like sit in it, and it's so weird.
Or like it's like a punishment thing where like I feel like I've not been enough, so I need to do something about it.
Exactly. Yeah. So what was your yarn thing?
So my yarn thing was like when I was trying to like get better, I was seeing a nutritionist, and they were like, I want to show you how warped your mind is. So she gave me yarn and was like, think about like, without looking at your body, like cut off like what you think your the amount of
that's funny
thing your
I
like
knew
your arm or your thigh would look.
Yeah.
I cut off like this huge thing, and she made me like put it around my thigh.
Yeah.
And she's like, look how wrong you are. And I was, but like in a good way.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
That's very
kind of
interesting.
risky.
Because
It was risky knowing what you were doing.
Well, I mean, or if you like guessed, which I guess the whole point is no one's gonna guess under, but if you did and then it was bigger, like that
it was
would
like
be
a
really
lot
bad.
bigger too.
Yeah.
And then she was like, I recommend that you put your yarn on your dresser so you can remind yourself. But like it worked for me.
that would have been bad for me. Yeah, I'd be like, okay, that's so funny that we both had yarn, but two very different methods.
Things.
Yours is better.
I popped off with the yarn, and then I heard more. I was like, oh no, it's not the same thing.
Oh, it took a dark. It's like that poem about taking two paths.
Yeah. The yarn is the middle fork in the road.
Oopsie. But yeah, I like to. We tend to talk about our mental illnesses casually because there's someone listening to it that's like, yes, or someone that hasn't started recovery and they hear something we say and they're like, all right, gotta do something.
I've definitely started thinking like the casual approach to talking about mental illness is so much more approachable because people like I think there is a space for talking about it in a very like professional, intense way, but some people are not there yet. So if you just like say it really casually, they'll be like, hey, like, yeah, I feel that, and they kind of just like they start thinking about it without realizing.
Yeah, the amount of people that I see in my comments on stuff when we do talk about mental health like intensely that are like, oh, thanks for saying that got me diagnosed.
Yeah.
Great, huge, because like diagnosis leads to so much help, like just because there's so many resources, but
I made a video when I was diagnosed with ADHD, and like so many people around me were like, I actually went and got medicated and diagnosed and stuff, and it was like
huge.
I'm used to seeing like a lot of comments, but like that was the first time like all my friends were saying like, oh, that helped,
right?
And I was like, okay,
that's sick. Yeah, when it's your friends, you're like, you're welcome. Well, we are gonna go to the Patreon now.
Okay.
Where you are an expert animator.
Yes.
So we have something very important that we need your opinion on.
Yes, absolutely. I'd love to do whatever this is.
Yeah, you're gonna like it. But do you have anything to say to the YouTube audience before we go?
No, I think we talked about like a lot of my like early YouTube stuff, and I think looking back, I'm just like such a different person now.
Yeah.
And I think it's so weird because the audience will always see you as like every version of yourself online.
Yeah, that's weird.
But guys, I'm good now, so don't stress.
She's good. She's chill.
It can get better.
Yeah. And what's your next video coming out?
What is my next? We're always working on multiple.
Damn.
Oh, so the next one coming out, it's probably coming out before this. I don't know how long it takes for you guys to upload these.
Depends.
This one's a couple days.
A couple days,
Yeah.
then maybe not. But we have a video that is almost done that I'm uploading like the beginning of May.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
It's about how I went to a Squid Game pop-up hosted by Netflix and I won, and they let me
Oh my God.
audition for Squid Game for real.
What?
So I talk about that.
Oh my God! Wait, now we're
It's like not that big of a deal.
no, we're
but
watching.
We can't wait for the video.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's mainly about the Netflix pop-up and then a little bit about afterwards.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Cool.
Because yeah.
All right, guys.
Spoiler.
Go
Wait,
spoiler.
you can?
I didn't get on the show.
Oh.
So
Well,
that's- I mean, that felt like the part you were excited about. I had
really
to.
thought you were gonna get on.
I didn't want you to watch it and be like disappointed.
No. I'm not disappointed. I'm happy you had a good time.
Yeah, I did have a good time.
Okay. Good.
All right, guys. Go check out Jaiden
Yeah.
Animations. Thank you so much. For
Of
coming
course.
and
Thank you
doing
for
this.
having me. It's great talking to you guys.
Of course. All right. See you on
To
Patreon.
Patreon.
Goodbye.